Welcome, everybody. Another mini-sode for you. Dustin Harris hanging out in my car. Going to do a series of mini-sodes here. I just got back from my financial advisor's office, and in the process, as you probably know, of setting up a new key employee, another appraiser that is coming on. And as part of that contract, employment contract, I am not only giving him a commission-based salary, but also doing some various benefits, and thought it would be important as the appraiser coach to share some of this stuff that I'm learning with you so that you might be able to utilize them in your own employment situations. I want to pause first to remind you that we are sponsored by ANOW Software. ANOW, of course, man, what a great program ANOW is. Can't wait to tell you what I just did this morning on ANOW with some tags and how it can help me. But for now, you can reach out to ANOW. Go to anow.com/coach. Again, it's anow.com/coach to learn more. All right, folks. So, full disclosure here. First of all, I am not a financial advisor, and frankly, I know next to nothing about finances. So if you're going to take this show as some financial advice, don't. Okay. Rather, I would take this show as a beginning point to then meet with your financial advisor. I've got an incredible financial advisor. He's been my advisor for about a dozen years now. I would consider him an actual friend of mine, wherein we don't just deal in finances. I have lunch with him on a regular basis. We are a member of a mastermind group together, and he's just a good guy, a good guy all the way around. I trust him as much as I trust Bill Madoff. Just kidding. I know I trust him very, very much. And he's always been very, very helpful to me. Well, he's helped me the last couple of months set up some benefits for my new employee. And some of these ideas are not going to be new to you, but some of them might be. And I think that it's important as a coach for other business owners for you to know some of the things that I'm doing in my business that might be beneficial for you as an employer of employees. You're not going to want to do this with all of your employees, but some of them you may. Now, with this particular thing, as far as I understand correctly, if you offer this to one employee, you're going to have to offer it to all employees. And that is the IRA contribution match, simple IRA contribution match. Basically what that is it's a benefit that you can give to your employee to where it is an employer match on whatever they put in. So for example, with my employee, we are setting it up under a 3% match. And basically what it means is this. If he contributes, so let's say he's paid $100 and he contributes $3 of that, 3% into this simple IRA plan. As an employer, I then will also put in $3. So his $3 immediately on day one becomes $6 because he's got his $3 contribution and the employer, myself, puts in an additional 3%. 100% return, pretty good deal, right? Now it's also a good deal for me. And I want to tell you why it's a good deal for me when we get back from the break. But first, I want to remind you of another good deal for me and for you, and that is ANOW Software. Just this morning I was dealing with working on my business rather than in my business. And for those of you who have followed me for a while, you know what that means. ONI is the acronym. On it, not in it. I do that on a pretty regular basis. I would say at least 3 times a month. I take half hour, 45 minutes, an hour to really spend some time working on my business. And I'll tell you, honestly, folks, about half of that time is spent in ANOW Software. Why? Because ANOW paints the picture of what my appraisal business is doing currently. One of the things that I did this morning is I changed the tags that I am using in ANOW, which makes it really easy to sort everything. What I mean by that is I can tag different properties. I can tag different assignment types. I can tag just different things that will be meaningful to me. So, for example, next month, if I want to know quickly how many drive-bys that we did the month previous, bam, I got that. How many multifamilies did I do? How many personal property deals did I do? In other words, personal appraisals did I do? Non-lender deals did I do? How many desktops did I do? Folks, I can learn this information at the click of a button. I love that about ANOW Software. Sure, you can do the same thing in Excel. Yeah, if you want to spend a half hour, 45 minutes, an hour rearranging all the information. ANow is a one-click, one-look way to get a snapshot of what your appraisal business is doing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Check them out. Go to anow.com. Again, it's anow.com, and put the /coach at the end of it, and you'll get 3 months free of my all-star team. anow.com/coach. All right, folks, hanging out in my car today, talking a little bit about finances. Yeah, I could have run over to the studio, I guess, but I've got this stuff on my brain because I just got out of the meeting with my financial advisor, and he was very, very helpful in helping me set up some benefits for my new employee. One of the things that we're setting up is a simple IRA. Now, I want to make it clear, if you set up an IRA, a simple IRA with an employer match, you have to offer it to all employees. I'm pretty sure that means part-time and full-time. Correct me in the comments down below if I'm wrong. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm going to repeat that over and over and over again through this series of mini-sodes. I'm just telling you what I understand from a layman's perspective on these particular benefits. And today we're talking about simple IRA employer match. Now, this is a great deal for the employee because basically they get 100% return on day one. They put $3 in, you put $3 in, their $3 becomes $6 immediately right away. Okay, there's also some tax benefits to them as well. And the other thing that I think is important to point out is from an employer's perspective. Here's why this is a good deal for the. I know you're sitting there thinking, Dustin, that doesn't make any sense. Why would I want to double everything that they put in their simple IRA? The answer is very simple. No pun intended. The answer is you get to become the good guy, and that's a good thing. As an employee, you want to be able to see your employer as being a decent human being with a decent company that you can trust long term. Remember, the most expensive part of running a business is payroll, and the most expensive part of payroll is training. Therefore, you want employees that will remain loyal to you long term. Longevity in any business, especially a small business, is king. The longer you can keep your good employees, the better off financially and in other senses you are. So you want to do good things for your employees. And frankly, let's just put it out there. It's the right thing to do, right? It's the good thing to do. You should do it. As an employer, you should offer benefits to your employees that are going to be beneficial to them. Now, here's the deal. Here's the funny little unknown secret, right? I think the percentage that my financial advisor told me today was about 3% of employees actually take advantage of the employer match. Okay, about 3% of the employees. So if you have 100 employees, 3 employees would actually contribute the full amount to an employer match simple IRA. Now that blows my mind. And he said, "Hey, Dustin, here's the thing. I've got 10 employees in my financial advisor office, and one of them is taking advantage of that, and he is also a financial advisor. In other words, he gets it. He understands the benefit there. So you've got all of these employees who are around this information all day long about how to save money, how to structure their tax levels appropriately and properly and legally, how to take advantage of a system that is in place, and yet they won't take advantage of the most simple and easy way to get 100% return on their contribution, and that is an employer match simple IRA. So it's a win-win, folks. You get to be seen as the good guy. Most of your employees will not take advantage of it anyway. You're offering the benefit. They're not taking advantage of it. Therefore, you're not having to put the money in. But if they do, they do. And it's still a plus for both sides. Consider simple IRA employer contributory match. I could be calling it by the wrong name. I'm sure I am. Again, I know nothing. But I'll tell you, it's a good deal for you. It's a good deal for the employee. Consider setting up such a benefit in your appraisal business so that you and your employee can have a long-term amicable relationship. Speaking of an amicable relationship long-term, I hope that you're a part of my all-star team. This kind of information is very, very common to get through the All-Star team, both through the private Facebook group and, of course, the newsletter, which comes out in both the digital version every single month and also an audio version. In other words, you can listen to great information about how to improve your business as you're driving down the road every single month, told in story format by myself every single month, as you have an opportunity to learn more about how to be a more successful appraisal business owner. Thanks for joining me today. We'll catch you next time.